Welcome to Desmond's Donders. Let's head off on a donder. Abirlaur. The weekend of Storm Dennis. Although the river is up, the weather hasn't been too bad. Let's take a look. The River Spey. Last time we were in Abirlaur, it was cold and frosty, and the river wasn't so high. Now, where there were stones and the water tumbling by, all you can see is water. The river's in spate, and for one or two, you'll see shortly, they're hoping the fish are running. It's early season, but who knows, a springer might be on the cards. You can hear me over the wind, which you're maybe now familiar with from our previous trips to this lovely spot. Not a great deal of bird or wildlife about, but at least the snowdrops are showing. Let's do that again. Not a great deal of wildlife about. There's more to Abirlaur, of course. Some lovely architecture, and of course it's the home of a shortbread factory and a whisky distillery. We've not seen any wildlife, but there's plenty of molehills, and big molehills at that, to suggest that there's some about. Not only are the snowdrops out, but the daps are getting ready to show. A familiar scene, the footbridge at Abirlaur. Early season, there's still plenty of people about fishing for the elusive salmon on the mighty River Spey. More of the old architecture from Abirlaur. We're looking at an old church and an old graveyard. a meeting of two footpaths. Abirlaur was on the old Speyside line, which is now part of the Speyside Way. And it has its own path over the bridge and into the woods on the far side, taking you all the way to Archester.
Abirlaur is a town in Moray, Scotland. It is 12 miles south of Elgin on the road to Grantown. A burn, the Lour burn, is a tributary of the River Spey, and the surrounding parish are both named Abirlaur. The name is most commonly used in reference to the village which straddles the stream and flanks the Spey, although the full name of the village is Charlestown of Aberlour. A site noted as Abirlaur is shown in the location on maps in John Blaeu's Atlas of Scotland from 1654. The current village, Charlestown of Aberlour, was founded by Mr. Charles Grant of Elchies in 1812, with the name of Charlestown of Aberlour after his son Charles. It is commonly referred to simply as Abirlaur. The town was granted its feud charter in 1814 and began to operate its own markets. Whisky was major industry even then, and once the 1823 Licensing Act had passed and longer warehousing brought in, it began to take on the more mature characteristics that we are familiar with today. Diary, 14th of Feb 2020. Storms are forecast again, but we're headed out and going to Abirlaur. It's a little breezy but not bad, showery but no heavy rain so far. There was no wildlife to be seen on the way to the park up. It's a dark night, but we are soon parked up and settled in. We're not the only ones here, there is another motorhome parked here already. (15th of February 2020). It is not too bad this morning weather-wise, not as windy as last weekend and a little showery. Lindsay went for a walk before the forecast storm started and I went down to the river. Wilma, Lindsay's friend, tried to catch up with Lindsay but missed her and dropped in to let me know. The weather did get a little worse, but we are still able to go for another walk after lunch. The river is high but dropping as we watch the world go by. Not much in the way of bird life, but we spotted a few. There are a few fishermen about, but most have disappeared when the rain started. The storm was not as bad as forecast, at least here. 16th of February 2020. It's a bright and sunny morning, if a little breezy. There are some showers to be dodged, but we went out to record the higher river levels and have a last walk around. The river has risen about 2 feet overnight, and soon it was time to head for home. The McPherson Grant Mausoleum was built as a private burial monument in the 1870s. It is placed close to the remains of Abirlaur Old Parish Church within the large graveyard located on the western edge of Abirlaur village. The building may be considered a private chapel of sorts and a crypt below holding coffins. The mausoleum is a rectangular structure built of fine polished granite blocks in a striking Gothic style. It is a small structure but tall, and the slated roof is noticeably tall. The flanks of the building have stout buttresses, and there is an extended foundation course at the base of the walls. In the west gable is a large central doorway, which is pointed arched and recessed.
Sunday morning. The river much higher this morning. We'll take a look closer over the far bank to show you. As we swing round under the bridge, we come to the house on the far bank, and you'll see here how much the river has risen. And after this I'll just put a few seconds of yesterday's footage so you can see the difference. Much higher river levels. It's not as windy, although it is breezy, and the sun is shining. Yesterday this shot of the river showed a wave formed over a boulder. Today we can't see it, because the river is about 2 feet higher.
You can actually see here, in the swaying of the bridge as Lindsay walks across it, how much wind there is today. A very breezy, nay windy day at Abirlaur. Birds: rook, black-headed gull, wood pigeon, robin, carrion crow, dipper, blackbird, goldcrest, mallard. Thank you for watching Desmond Stonders. We'll hope you'll join us again for more photos, waffle and video as we travel around Scotland. Bye for now.